Good morning, teachers. It is currently 3:25 to 8:38 a.m. Central Standard Time. My name is Eric Martin. Welcome to PD for Your Sanity, the official, unofficial Volume 1 / Volume 2. If you saw my initial not YouTube, my Facebook Live video that I posted yesterday, I decided to go ahead and create this channel. I'm going to go ahead and go through with this. Uh, I think that teachers are going to need as much entertainment as the students will in this very difficult time that we have as a nation, as a country. And so I've decided to take it upon myself to attempt to provide said entertainment. Don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going to figure something out. This is very basic. I'm just going to use a lot of lo-fi cam streaming. I'm using UCam 6. And what I think is really cool is that while I do things such as this, because I like this little setup here, it shows that you can, pay attention. I mean, this is pretty much what every other development looks like. But if I wanted to make this something similar to a TED Talk, and then I can go ahead and switch to these very important things, and then all of a sudden we get a nice close-up of me sipping my coffee. And while I'm sipping my coffee and talking, we can always end up going back to this shot right here, and then it looks like it's somewhat of a professionally done TED Talk sort of video. So I think that's going to be a pretty fun thing to do. And if I really wanted to inflate my ego, then we could talk about how all of a sudden here I am worldwide. Here's what's going on in London at the time, and I seem to be, pretty important all the way in London. Maybe I'll go to Times Square next, and people will take a look at what's going on. I doubt this is Times Square very much, but I just want to say, oh, go little skateboard man, go. And maybe if you were tired of that, you wanted to go take a trip to the airport, and then I'm pretty sure that these are all the different places where we would end up. And this is my attempt at going completely worldwide. So, therefore, well, there's not really much of a therefore. I'm pretty much just talking at this point. I'm showing off some of the really neat features of UCam 6. I'm pretty sure that in 1999 through 2001, this would be the absolute top technology. And that's pretty much where I've been in technology for my entire life. I've always been at least a good 10 to 20 years behind. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a win-win. So I don't really know where to begin from there other than the fact that I'm enjoying a really nice cup of coffee. How many of you teachers like coffee? I'm pretty sure that coffee has been considered to be an essential part of the day, something that needs to happen before you get your day started, during getting your day started, after getting your day started. Everybody's got their vices. I enjoy coffee. I'm currently taking my coffee what I like to call marine style, and that is basically no doctoring whatsoever, just straight out of the pot. The reason why I started calling it marine style is that my grandfather was in the Marines. My dad was in the Navy. Now, it mostly went with my dad being in the Navy. He used to drink his coffee with a lot of cream and sugar. And the first time that he was ever out on deployment, he ran out of cream and sugar, but he really wanted coffee. He learned to start drinking it black. He said he never went back after that. And, I developed a taste for it too. I wanted to see what all the big fuss was about. I started off like any good Louisiana boy did, with a little bit of cream and sugar at the bottom of his grandmother's cup. Or, I'm sorry, his mama's cup. And, went from there. When I became a teenager and then I went into college, I started trying undoctored coffee, and I grew to have a great taste for it. So I want to share with y'all a weird dream that I had. I understand that dreams are a form of stress relief, so maybe some of you might end up relating to this kind of thing. I had a dream last night where basically I was getting up and I was ready to go for the day, but it was my birthday. And so I decided, hey, I'm going to have myself a nice little birthday. I'm not really going to do much of anything. I'm not going to go into work. I'm not going to do anything else except have fun on my birthday. But here was the problem. Around 3 hours into the day, I realized that I hadn't set an absence in our school system. And so they looked at it as sort of a no-show. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time in the dream, I'm thinking, "Oh my goodness, I forgot to put in my absence. Uh, oh no, my administrator knows. I think they might have me covered. My administrator probably went in and put in my absence because they know it's my birthday and they know that I just feel like taking off. So I don't have to put in this thing, do I?" And then I thought, "Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should call them." I was checking my phone. I noticed that they hadn't emailed me. They hadn't called me. I'd received no messages of any kind. And I figured, well, I mean, it's been 3 hours into the day. I'm pretty sure if they were worried about it, they would let me know. And then in the dream, it occurred to me thinking, wait a second, we're on shutdown. I don't have to go into work. And then I got a call from a prior job that I've had before teaching asking me if I was going to come into work today because my teaching job was uh, on the fritz and that they found out through various media outlets. So they were wondering if I was going to come in to get some work done. And I figured, oh, well, sure, why not? And I decided that I was going to go into that job, sit down at my desk, and pretend to work all day because it was my birthday and I didn't feel like doing much else. So I was just going to pretend to work, shuffle around a few things, play on my phone all day. And then when I clocked out from that and collected a paycheck, uh, go over to a local pizza place and have a pizza and maybe a drink and be done. And then I woke up. The first thing I did was check my phone. And then I realized that we were still very much in lockdown situation. I didn't have to worry about any of that. So that's the kind of dreams that I was having. I don't know if it means that I miss teaching. I don't know if it means that this is my way of just dealing with the stress of the fact that we're cooped up, but not necessarily cooped up per se. I mean, we're in a shelter in place situation. We're not on a full lockdown. If I need to go to the grocery store to pick up essential items, I can go ahead and pick those up. If I need to go to a grocery store to pick up essential workers, I can go and pick those up. Ha ha, wink, wink. Um, I mean, we can go outside. We can go outside. We could. Ugh, outside. I am considering maybe getting a place to take out from like Thai food. I hadn't had Thai food in minutes. So um, I don't know. Maybe I can go pick some up sometime later on. Uh, go through the little drive-through and get it super spicy so I can bring it home and have it all to myself so that my wife or kids don't touch it. Well, my one kid. Anyway, my one son. He's a beautiful, beautiful person. I absolutely love him to death. Um, that's one of the things that has really been a major aspect of this. My son's been painting with me. For those who don't know, I do paint from time to time. Uh, my son has been painting with me. We set aside some canvases. As a matter of fact, Monday this week, before everything that was non essential went on complete lockdown, I went and picked up about 20 canvases, 15 for myself, 5 for my son. And then my wife said, "Oh, I need like 2 or 3 canvases." And I told her to go risk Hobby Lobby on her own because those are my canvases and, I deserved them. But I'll probably give her a couple because, I mean, she is my wife. I think she's pretty and stuff. And we did get married, so. But he started painting, and I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed the fact that he took some time to, you know, play with paints, figure out a few things, and he sat down and did a pretty decent job. Piddled around for a bit, enjoyed the process. took some time, made an interesting picture. I don't have either of them because he made them for his mama and papa, and his mama and papa currently have them at their house. So they can have their own little gallery, and I think that's a pretty good thing. We stick up a lot of his drawn art on our refrigerator sometimes. So I like to encourage that with him, largely because I started out as an art teacher. Uh, and I think that that's a great thing to encourage, not only in kids, but I want to encourage that with everyone else. One of the things I'm planning to do, and I may do this on the next channel, is that I want to start out maybe highlighting and just doing some artwork on camera while talking about nothing in particular. So I mean, the only difference between that and this is that you may or may not look at a picture and look at the way that I do certain things. Um, there's a few pieces that I went ahead and finished up. Uh, And so I'm probably going to do that for you guys. If y'all would like to see that, please. I mean, I guess I could say you could let me know, but considering it's my YouTube channel, I'm at my house. Unless you're going to be calling me or messaging me, I guess if you're watching this, you're stuck watching me do whatever I want, and there's nothing you can do about it except maybe complain to whomever. Avengers mug, Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man. My wife got me this mug a few years back. Thank you, wife. Thank you for the mug. But there's no more coffee in it. Okay, I'll survive. Well, I think this video has gone on long enough. It's been a pretty good 12 minutes. I know that some of you have to get back to your lesson planning. Some of you have to get back to your next hour class, whatever that is, whatever your complement is. As one of my administrators has been very fond of saying, make sure to keep your crown straight. And we're going to get through this. We love each other. We will support each other. At least I hope we will. Please reach out to your teacher friends. Teachers, reach out to your other teacher friends. See how they're doing. Non-teachers, reach out to your teacher friends. See how they're doing. Some of them, again, are going a little crazy with this because for those of us who were, again, called to this profession, not the people that signed up, not everybody that signed up, those who were called to this profession, we were looking at this and saying, oh, yay, vacation. And then that lasted about 2 or 3 days. And then we decided most of us really wanted to get back into the classroom. And that eats us. It eats at me. I'm sure it eats at a few others. Yes, I don't mind the time off. I've done wonderful with painting and video game catch up. You know, done a lot of that. Plus, made a whole lot of manwich mac and cheese, which is really good no matter what day it's on, so long as it's made fresh. I found a way to where what I do is I make the manwich separate and then refrigerate that and then boil a thing of mac and cheese, heat up a portion of manwich and then put it in there. It's way better than heating up the whole thing of manwich mac and cheese. I did that the first time I ever did it and it was gross. So maybe I'll share some of that with you. I'll share my recipe for manwich mac and cheese. Maybe some of the teachers can put that to use in their own homes if you feel like it. But please, please, please check up on your teacher friends. Some of us really want to get back into the classroom. We are enjoying the break, but we miss our kids. And I'm sure that some of our kids miss us. For some kids, they say that this is the only structure that they have. There are other kids who, the 5 or 6 of them who genuinely enjoy learning. And then the other couples who are not used to getting sleep because they have to sleep in beds as opposed to their desks. And I'm sure that that's a big shock for them. I mean, I know I don't like I don't sleep well in areas that I'm not comfortable with, and I'm sure some of those kids don't have a desk to sleep in, that they're kind of tossing and turning and not knowing what to do with themselves. That's a serious thing. I mean, we really have to make sure that those kids are okay. Let's see if some of our school systems can ship desks to those kids who don't have desks to sleep in at home. Um, I think that would be one of the greatest relief efforts that this administration and all of you school board across the country could do. Let's do a desk for naps fundraiser, I think. Well, we're going to have to do the paperwork for the fundraiser first. We're going to have to take 2 weeks to go ahead and get it. We have to set up the fundraiser, make sure that the language is good. Then we're going to have to take at least 2 to 3 weeks for that fundraiser to get approved. And then we can go on from there. But I think that would be a really great idea. If you do think so, then go ahead and please, consider it. Let's see if we can get those desks in the homes of the kids who don't need them, so that they have a good place to sleep. Thank you very much for your time. Y'all have a wonderful day. This has been PD for your sanity. Be sure to join me tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. If you caught, I was already out of coffee, so I guess a fake sip isn't going to work. Love you, teachers. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.